Welcome to episode 92 of Let's Play Final Fantasy and Phon leveled. Well, that's pretty much what I was going for. I was trying to level up my characters off screen, but apparently that probably isn't going to work. It's just going to delay time. So, I will level up people once I get my hands on the embroidery tippets. But anyway, we're still here in Phon Coast. And I just realized, oh wait, I did have the flying gambit. I thought I didn't have it, but I did. Oh well. It's just that things are so unavailable to you at this time, I'd be surprised that you have it or not. Anyway, I was saying something about the beach levels last part, and the beach levels, plain and simple, they're either easy or they're either hard. And in Final Fantasy X-2, you probably would do Besaid last because it is one of the hardest levels, and it also has a hard boss. Well, starting out, it's one of the hardest levels. Just go through the game, you're pretty much screwed. And then Balthier just levels just now. But here it's suboptimal. I would say the hardest beach level I've ever seen in a Final Fantasy would be 6. Because this is after Kefka blows up the world and Celeste is the only person on the island. So technically, you only got one person to defend yourself against the random encounters. And there will be random encounters. Yeah, 1 on 3, unfair fight, ladies and gentlemen. But still, 6 does have its greatness. Anyway, I also mentioned that this is one of the places where the last set of chests you're not supposed to touch is located. Well, we're not on that area yet. But this is the area, though. No, we're not in the particular area of the map, but this really is the area. And is that what I think it is? Hold on. Let me get a... Yep, this is exactly what I think it is. It's Bagali. Enemies I haven't seen since the Ogira and Namyinta Sansi. Who'd have thought they'd show up here? But I might as well tell you now about the Zodiac Spear chest, because I'm going to completely pass that area up. It's in a separate area, in a separate island, and there are 16 of them, with one of them containing an elixir and the rest containing gil. Nothing but gil. Oh, and that's a chocobo path you can't get to until you get a certain hunt, which is in the next area following this one. And that would be Cheetah Uplands. And even then, you also need a chocobo once you get it. In short, you have to join the Hunt Club to go there. And I don't want to join the Hunt Club. That is the attack, stock, and block mission, in case you guys haven't noticed, and I've brought it up so many times in this LP. There's a way to activate that mission, and again, has something to do with taking down a mark in Cheetah Uplands. Not specifically in Cheetah Uplands, but rather accepting it. I mean, you have no choice. You can't go any further until you do. And see what we're fighting right now? That's one of the Pyrolisk. That's one of the birds that'll use kamikaze on you. Of course, the birds in Monster and High Race do it too. But if they use kamikaze on you, guess what? You're not going to get any experience, and they'll deal whatever HP they have left to you. I'm pretty sure most of the Seekers and Red Maw do it too. Which is why I'm not too fond of NA Mines. Because also the Abyss Steel do it as well. They do it as a last resort. And it can be seriously painful. I remember one scenario in NA Mines where every single Red Maw used self-sacrifice. And when they did, my entire party was wiped out. Oh, come on, capture card. Don't lag on me now. Anyway. Thankfully, I'm nowhere near the Zodiac Spear area, so... Okay, I meant nowhere near the chest where that'll deny me from the Zodiac Spear. At least that area is that area is avoidable. Unless you don't have the map. That one particular area is avoidable. The first three, they're totally unavoidable. Especially the one by Dallin's location. And the one that you definitely would find also unavoidable is the one in Rabanastre Castle when you're invading the palace early on in the game. That one is unavoidable. As is the Confiscary, but people would want to go after the one in the castle because it has an elixir. And that's something you probably would need at the start of the game. As a matter of fact, both of those chests contain 2 elixirs. So, elixirs are good. Elixirs are good. But it'll cost you the Zodiac Spear. And now we're finally into the village area. That's one thing I can say. This game actually pushes it to the limit. It's pretty gorgeous. I like it. Although they reused tracks, the one track they didn't reuse was the one we just listened to on Phon Coast. And look at Vaughn, like an idiot, rushing off to the water.
Why the capital?
That's what I want to know.
The nethicite. I must destroy it.
Are you sure? You don't want it for yourself? Use its power to restore Dalmasca? Something like that? The best intentions invite the worst kind of trouble.
Lusting for ever greater power. Blinded by the nethicite. Is that how you see me?
Yes.
That does sound like someone I know.
I called it.
He was obsessed with nethicite. It was all he cared about. Come over here. He'd babble nonsense, blind to aught but the stone's power.
Like I
He'd
said,
talk about some emeralds or no matter. Everything he did to get closer to the nethicite, to understand it. He made airships, weapons. He even made me a judge.
Wait, what?
Judge?
Part of the past I'd rather forget. It didn't last long. I ran. I left the judges. And him.
Good for you.
Sidolphus Demon Benazza. Dracula Laboratories' very own Dr. Sid. That's when he lost his heart to nethicite. Lost himself. And I suppose that's when I lost my father. Don't follow in his footsteps. I ran away. I couldn't stand seeing him like that, a slave to the stone. So I ran. Free at last. Funny I went for the dusk shard. How could I have known that it was nethicite? And then, of course, I met you.
Irony much?
All that running, and I got nowhere. It's time to end this. Cut my ties to the past.
It's hard to leave the past behind. I know.
Oh god, no, not another flashback! I haven't seen this in a while! No!
Marriage of convenience. Symbol of the alliance between Balthier and their master. This is how they see our males.
They do they?
These roles we play. I must admit I find it wearying.
I will try mine.
I could have no other. The choice is yours to make. But don't give your heart to a stone. You're too strong for that, princess.
I pray you're right, Balthier.
Awkward. I'm sorry if the sound quality sounds too bad. I tried to fix it. I tried to the best of my abilities. Anyway, there's something I want to show you other than the shop. The thing I was complaining about the most. You see these three morons? No, four actually. If you want to actually finish the game straight out, do them after you beat the game, or at least beat most of the majority of the game, because they're going to make... Because that side quest is going to make it hard. It's going to literally make it hard. Here I am checking the notice board to see if any more marks appeared, and... no. But I'll be doing some cleanup before I continue the story. With that, I'm going to end this part here. I will see you guys in part 94. Peace out.